How's everyone doing? Oh my god. Well, I mean, I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima and I'm still roaming around. But yeah, I'll just leave the stream name as that. I mean, that's what we're going to be playing today cuz I'm like nearing the end of the game and I want to like I think I'm just going to platinum it cuz I've pretty much collected almost everything. Right now I'm just working on side missions, so I'll just be grinding those out on stream. I'll give my thoughts on Halo Infinite too. Like, I'm thinking like maybe, yeah, of course I'll share what I think about it, but maybe at some point during the stream, pulling up like the trailer and just going like beat for beat, just like what I just think of it. Any praying this stream. Well, I just got done with a big prayer session right before coming on, and I was thinking maybe at some point later I'll do it, but I'm pretty in the I'm feeling pretty spiritual right now. Ryan, what would you rate The Last of Us 2 out of 10? Fuck. I don't know if I could put a number to it. Definitely above 5. It's not a 10 out of 10 for me, but I super enjoyed the game. I played it twice all the way through. The first time I was kind of rushing through it because I felt like I was with certain games I feel like I'm racing against the clock with spoilers. And so I kind of I think I ran through it in probably 48 hours. Maybe 3 days. But I think I just rushed through it, and then I sat down with it again, and then I took about a week and a half to like 2 weeks to complete it again, just to be like, okay, now let's slow down and actually pay attention. So yeah, but I did really like it. I really enjoyed it. I liked the feeling of bashing my head against a brick wall of depression every day while playing it. It was wonderful. Okay, so I guess we can just jump into... Oh, by the way, so I won't be doing any story missions in the stream. I'm just going to be doing... Just catching up on side quests, because I do plan on platinuming the game. I'm like so close to doing that. So I'm just going to do a bunch of side quests, and some of the side quests I'm going to leave for myself because I feel like those characters that host those side quests are inherently like important for my personal playthroughs. I can just sit and experience it for myself. Thoughts on Death Stranding? I was addicted to it for like maybe a week, and then I just didn't play it one day and never came back, and I didn't miss it. I don't know. I just I got it, but it wasn't for me, I guess. Bop, bop, bop. Wipe away your inhibitions. Bop, 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 bop to the top, and strut your style. Get smart. No, you game. You know what? Am I gonna have to stop? Go. Oh, it's... Listen, guys, I prayed so fucking much. Kelly, I can't believe you stream on Mac, though. I remember what got me into just being like, oh, yeah, I guess I should go with PC, was just gaming at one point. Like, I was used to editing on Macs, because that's what I learned in high school. And so I actually liked it, and I used Final Cut for a long time until they made that disgusting change to Final Cut 10. I hated the look of it. I missed the old look. It's a beautiful fucking game. And here's the thing. Like, just like, fuck, man. Look how gorgeous it is. Hold up. Just look. This game is a testament to graphics quality. I was just memeing, you know. Memeing and creaming. Hey, I just got back. What was the audio problem? I just had to restart my computer, I guess. It might even cut out later in stream. And at that point, I'll throw my hands up in the air and possibly cry live on stream. And then I'll ask you to donate as I'm crying. Because money will make me feel better. I don't have a donate link, by the way. Yet, I guess. Yet! Get ready! Get ready for Ryan's donation link coming this winter. God, did you hear about Ryan's donation link? Yeah, it's coming out sometime this winter. He's been pretty pumped about it. I wonder if he's gonna have a showcase at E3 at all. Oh, we'll have to just wait and see. Oh. I missed him because he ducked in fear. I just owned them. I just owned them. Dude, he begged for mercy. He begged for mercy. Can I survive? Nope. What the fuck is going on? What's up, man? It's my trademark. I always have to awkwardly stare at someone and then play the flute before accepting a missions quest. My brain... All cylinders today. Do you enjoy Call of Duty Warzone? Not in like a serious gameplay way where like I crave to play it to have fun. I mainly like if my friends are playing it, I'll play it because I like goofing off and just trying shit. My goal in those like battle royale games are usually just try to make the game worse off for other people playing it. So that means like just attracting attention to other people. Investigate the home. Okay. We're gonna play detective. See, this is the Witcher part of the game. Because as everyone said, and I have to agree, this game legitimately is a culmination of a bunch of other games while throwing kind of its own little spice in there. But isn't every game? Such is art, you know? God, man. Such is art. Kelly, your text is blue. How'd you do that? You fucking magician. He's perplexed. Here we see the great ape perplexed by this change in font color. We'd go on to perform this experiment throughout his stream, seeing at which colors he'd be perplexed by, at what point he seemed to be bored of this change. Oh my god, there's so many colors. The great ape exclaimed, seemed to be happy by the colors. What could this mean? We had to venture forth through our experiment. I have a monkey mask, which is awesome, by the way. Where is it? There's a specific... Yep. That strut's something else. No bastards allowed. This is a bastardless stream. All the bastards get the fuck out. I haven't taken a prayer break in a bit. I will. I think that'll be the point. I'll be like, I'm going to take a prayer break, and then we're going to get into this Halo talk. Which I want to talk with people about it, so I'm potentially just going to like tweet out. I think it would be best if I tweeted out just kind of like, about to talk Halo with chat and give my thoughts. Maybe. I don't even think... I mean, it's one long stream. But I need to... I hate filling up my Twitter with... Because right now it's just all just... Hey, come to my Twitch! Hey, guys, I'm streaming right now. Hey, I'm gaming. And it like... I'm like, oh no. Because I don't tweet often. So now like all of my tweets are just Twitch announcements. I could just delete them after. Then I feel bad when like people I follow like it. I'm like... I don't know. I think too much into the whole just social media shit, and that's why I stay away from it. For the most part, I do enjoy it, clowning around every now and then, or seeing what people have to say and all that. Opinions on the new Halo. It's complicated. you know? There's positives and negatives to, like, my thoughts on just how things went down. I honestly think that Microsoft, with promoting this 12 billion just 12 teraflops of whatever, it's the most powerful console ever made, it led to a lot of expectations. Not to even say that the people with expectations were wrong. I think, like, as I said, it's complicated, and there's a lot of sides of the story and a lot of, like, things you can get into where you could constantly just argue point after point back and forth. But ultimately, I think it comes down to, like, it just was legitimately a disappointing showcase for the hardware, I guess, in terms of the games they showed. Because a lot of the games, like, I don't know, because it seemed like the event more so kind of surrounded on them talking, and even in a blog post with Halo, they said this wouldn't be possible without the Xbox Series X, and it's just I don't if this was just an E3 without the backdrop of, like, showing off this new epic console, then maybe it would have gone over well. But yeah, but, like, with certain vistas and stuff that you see in that, like, there's ways to work around whatever graphical limitations you have to kind of make things look pretty. It just looked like a very, like, yellow, flat haze. Stop crying. And I know it's like of an early, it's of an earlier build, apparently, from all the shit that I've seen online, at least, and tried to read. Of course it would be an earlier build. It's not the finished product, but again, I think the problem comes down to people, not people's, but the expectations Microsoft set forth for this console. It led people to believe that, like, they are entering this new generation of graphic possibility, much like the jump from Xbox to Xbox 360 or 360 to Xbox One. And so that's what people were expecting. They were expecting to see that, like, this next generational leap. And I think that when we didn't see that, or when we couldn't make it out, it made people step back a bit and be like, wait, what? There's also certain things where I'm gonna sound like an asshole complaining about it, and I don't look, people who work on games put a lot of their life into creating this thing, and they become very attached to it, as well as there's a lot of people that are attached to the project just because of they're a fan of it, but these people are attached because it's like their baby. So I'm always afraid of, like, sounding too harsh at the expense of, because I know, like, if people get this toxic feedback, like, it could put people in a mood of, like, this, like, kind of sad, depressed, like, why even bother? It's like, we're already this much in, and, like, we can't do anything. It's, you know, so you want to point out the positives that you see as well. And I feel like there are a lot of positives that we saw with the gameplay trailer and with what they showed. It just was overshadowed by the expectations I think Microsoft set forth for the console in general, and for what it could provide, and for what it was going to provide, I guess. I'm still buying it for the story and gameplay. Yeah, that's one of the positives. Like, I really did like the banter between Chief and, what is his name, Brohammer or whatever. I think they nailed the Chief. I like the fucking, I forget his name. It's not Atriox. Atriox is the leader. But the other higher up ranking brute that was given his speech, I really liked the campiness of that, because Halo for me was always the combination of something that takes itself too seriously, like a military sci-fi shooter that takes itself kind of too seriously, but also the gameplay in contrast to that is just fun and goofy. The physics are wacky, not in like the physics suck, but, like, I don't know, you go and play around in Halo 3 and you know what I'm talking about in terms of just goofy physics. The underwear physics are wildly real. The best part of Halo's story for me has always been the stuff with the Covenant Arbiter. Which, like, I just want to have fun fighting the enemies in Halo. And the enemies, like, the wacky animations of, like, the brute shaking of anger once they exit out of the their little pods. And the way they'll throw grunts at you. I think I even saw this new weapon, which we'll go over all of this, and I'll probably repeat a lot of what I said again. But like there was like this bouncy ball, except when it hits, it like electrically shocks people, or it could have been just a kind of like the zaps people of their shields potentially. But it's just there's some fun shit that I saw that makes me happy and excited to play against the enemies. But there's also the counter argument of the personality shown through like the design of certain aspects of the characters. And I want to kind of talk about that a little bit too. Damn, what the hell? There is an emote. There's a flute emote. There's a bowing emote. There's a take out my sword and then put sword back emote. Oh, I'm hungry. Fuck, I haven't eaten today. I do that. I just do that. I get laser focused on kind of getting everything set up for stream. Remember last time I was obsessing over Popeyes. How do you forget to eat? I don't know. I just do. But I end up eating my weight in junk at night. I just usually just forget to eat during the day, or just like don't. Or what I do eat, it'll be like some Cheez-Its. I'll make you an elote. Oh wow, thanks. Send it to the P.O. box. I kind of just want to talk about Halo, honestly. Like, as much as I'm playing this game, like when we got into Halo conversation, I was getting giddy. And so I'm thinking I might go on a prayer break and come back and talk about, like, watch the gameplay reveal, watch the gameplay trailer, and just kind of give my thoughts and like just discuss Halo, because regardless, I am excited about the IP. You know, I am a Halo fan, and there's a lot of positives to discuss, as well as some things that, you know, can come across as issues, and are legitimate issues and concerns that people are having. Boom. Okay. So this is the Halo Infinite gameplay premiere 8-minute demo. And again, this is a pre-thought. I am going into it, if I do seem a bit, not timid, but if I do seem a bit careful in how I word things, it's because I know there's just a group of real people that have just undergone a fucking hellstorm of negativity, and these people are creating this game, and I want to be careful in not adding to the negativity, but I will say, like, a lot of the things that I see I do like. I will talk about the things that I found concerning, and just thoughts. And I don't have anything negative to like say about what's going on here, and people are like, it seems a bit cartoonish. I'm like, Halo's never been about like its authentic like voice act. I've never felt like it's like its voice acting made me cry. I feel like it knows what it is. Already just like looking at it, I was taken aback by it at first, just with the walls and the simplicity of the design. Just because, for some reason, I don't know, in my head, in the hype, Microsoft was talking about all this shit, and it just looked a bit flat in terms of just the weapon detailing. And not saying that that's a bad thing, because I like the design I love the design choice they went in terms of Chief's armor. A lot of the new weapon designs are cool. That's just my first reaction. It wasn't like, oh my god, they ruined it. It was just kind of like, it's not what I expected, I guess. and that could have been my fault. Live, I said the overall art direction I'm a fan of. I just think that it seems like there needs to be some more polish. And if they've stated that there's going to be more polish, that's good. Again, this goes into the problem of Microsoft really putting the pressure on all the studios that showed a game off at that conference, because that conference was set up to be this Xbox One Series X or Xbox Series X, whatever it's called, event. And you're just talking about how powerful of a console that is. And you're showing stuff that has been admitted to like still like kind of like in the polish mode, and it's an old version. It doesn't set people up well, because these huge expectations of what the next generation is going to look like enter the mind of everyone watching that event, and that lens is put on not just Halo, but every game they showed off. That's in their minds. It's like, okay, where is this hardware going? Because they said it, they marketed it as such. The community's split, unfortunately, right now. Super split. I mean, it's always been split, and I think it's always going to be split. But it's just kind of like, fuck. They didn't like knock it out of the park for everybody. And I know you can't always do that, but just from the noise online, it's like Microsoft in general didn't produce like too much hype for their console. They produced a lot of hype for like for me, like Halo, and they produced hype for Fable, but like for the next gen console that's going to be hundreds of dollars, like I don't feel like I'm hyped up for that console. But I am hyped up for like the fact that all the games they mentioned are going to be available day one. I think through Game Pass, right? So that's really cool. Just having all of those games. So you can just start the subscription service if you're like, oh, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on like all these new games, even just to try them out. It's like, no, you can try out these games, and then if you want to support them, like, then boom. I like that they are offering so many of those like studio games, just not for free, but for kind of a fraction of the prices as you would spend on all those games together, and then potentially not liking the game and feeling like, you wasted your money. Like if something's on Game Pass, I'm probably going to get it than if not in terms of buying it, but if something on Game Pass, I'm more inclined to play it, because I could just leave it downloading overnight and test it out. What's up, bro? Oh, I'm probably gonna end the stream soon, because it's in that point where I'm like, I'm fucking rambling. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm talking to myself. Like, I don't stream often, and I don't like produce commentary content at all, unless I guess the podcast. But I don't commentate over stuff, so it just feels like I feel like a crazy person. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of little tiny voices in my head, and like the thoughts that I talk, like that I think, and I talk to my friends about. Now I'm just saying them, of course, to people, but it's just a bunch of text, and it's a camera, and then like if I do this, it's an empty ass room. So it really just feels like I'm going through like a manic episode, right, guys? Like, you see this, you see what I'm talking about. The gameplay looks fun, but I will say, self and friends in my head, I think I'm gonna enjoy playing the new Halo Infinite, but there's cause for concern in terms of development issues pertaining to recent events, as they even stated in a blog. Are we just people in your head? No, I'm just saying, don't be offended. I'm just saying at the end of the day, it's like I can't see everyone. It's not like everyone is like this. It's like, hey guys, It's like I'm alone in a room with a camera rambling at a video. Ryan, are you hyped for Breath of the Wild 2? Yes, I am. I loved Breath of the Wild 1 as they should change the box art now. Breath of the Wild 1. There's a 2. How are people going to know there's a 2 if it doesn't say 1? Ryan, look directly at the camera. Why? So you can clip it or some shit? If I see this in a popular clip, I'm gonna go ape shit, you know? I'm gonna throw my own feces at the walls and scream and break a window or two. Ryan, wake up, you're in a coma. Could you imagine, like, that is your coma, just being like, yeah, I lived this life where I eventually just started streaming myself playing video games, and it was all a dream. I'm actually back in South Carolina, working at Food Lion. I'm actually about to steal a can of sour cream Pringles and eat them for lunch. Grab myself a big can of Pringles. Thank you all for coming along and watching me stream. Goddamn, you know, he comes back and he streams himself playing a game for like an hour, and then he rambles on about a game and gets lost in this monotonous, hard to follow monologue about a game called Halo. But that just means we're back. Let's do this. I'm excited to be back, baby. Hope for the most part y'all had a good time. I don't know what game I'll stream next. Probably Animal Crossing if I just want to have a relaxing stream, or I just might stream myself talking and watching some YouTube shit, maybe with friends or something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you again for everyone who came and watch the stream. Someone just clipped that of thank you to everyone who came. I did it again just in case you fucking missed it, because I'm a dunce. But thanks for coming along. he tried to reword it. Thanks for walking down this path with me. I sound like I'm going to indoctrinate people into a cult. Thanks for walking down this life path of which you've chosen on your own free will, too. Haha. Pickle Ryan. Wow, great. Y'all have a good one. And goodbye. I'm starting the raid. I think it started, unless there's a countdown already. 5 seconds. Well, goodbye, everybody. See ya.